Okay.
And there's Marilyn. Hi.
Hey, good on, Michelle. Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hello.
Appreciate.
I'm explaining our weather that we have. It's so windy. You can barely go outside.
It's so
Yeah. Well,
Crazy, yeah?
well, it's a strange world, isn't it?
And
yeah,
very cold.
yeah. A strange world.
Everyone's surviving the virus in Canada.
Yeah, they're taking extreme measures, but it's more to steep the
Make everybody crazy.
No, it's more
I-
to decrease
I'm just kidding.
the
More to contain.
on the healthcare system. Make it lower. So
Well,
Canada,
you
no
have to-
problem. Have a good healthcare system, right, Mary?
yeah,
Very nice.
they have a good.
Yeah.
do.
yeah,
So
we're lucky.
and
Very lucky.
public health is. I totally understand it from a public health standpoint. From a personal standpoint, what? I don't like it.
Well, yeah, I know. My granddaughter is having a sleepover, but they're saying on the news, stay away from anybody over 65 and don't go near if you've got relatives over 65. But how do I tell her, like, she's safe? She hasn't been out on public transit or anything, so she's going to come over.
Yeah,
Say,
I think you respect the public health and you do what makes sense for you.
Yeah, yeah.
What else can you do? Because it's nuts to not. My life isn't over yet.
Yeah, well, most of our cases, there's hardly any community transmission. Most of them are linked to travel, so.
Yeah, there's some community transmission, but it's in nursing homes. Well, what a
Yeah.
captive population, you know. So that's going to be and the schools, of course, will be affected if kids go and get it somewhere. And there was an interesting study about flu, which isn't 100% applicable, but in Japan, they, for like 2 years or something, they forced all the school children to get the flu vaccine. And the rate of influenza in the country dropped like a stone. So the third year they said, oh, flu is no problem. We aren't going to make everybody do it. Flu rate rose 25%.
Of course.
Those germy kids.
Yeah, germy kids, and you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll teach her tonight how to wash her hands like a nurse.
Actually,
Happy birthday to you. You belong in a zoo. You look like a monkey and act like one too. Twice, and there you go.
Yeah.
Hi, Artie.
Khenpo? What did you say?
yes. Your birthday?
That's if you sing the happy birthday song 2 times, you've washed your hands long enough. But you have to do it like go like this, like this, like this, and sing happy birthday 2 times. And then
I see.
your hands are clean.
Okay, now people are coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
My sister's in Mexico coming back today, so she has to go in self-isolation for 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
She's been out of country. Anybody out of country has to quarantine.
so even coming from the United States, if you come into Canada, you can't be around anyone for 2 weeks, 14 days.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we might have to cancel your teaching, Khenpo.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be a good idea.
Well, he wouldn't be around. You'd have to stay twice as long.
I'd have to lock you in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And I'd have to sterilize the bathroom every time you used it.
And we wouldn't be able to see you.
Yeah.
Wow. So that
Well,
means like
come back from Mexico, sterilizing the bathroom is probably not a bad idea. Montezuma's.
like from someone from Toronto go to the Vancouver, Canada. It's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. We can travel in Canada, but
Mm.
not outside of Canada.
Like,
Even going to the States shopping, like people cross the
Mm.
border, they're told they have to quarantine for 2 weeks if they cross the border.
mm.
It's really bad in Seattle too. Like it's really bad.
Seattle is hard right there.
Yeah.
What happens Seattle and Vancouver is kind of very similar cities. So many different kind of people they're going both cities. Well, Seattle has big problems.
I think
Yeah.
community transmission, there weren't enough test kits in the States to begin with. And I read a story about that nursing home that people were dying and they weren't testing. They didn't realize it was the virus. And so even the first responders were going in and have caught it. And it went on for a couple of weeks like that. So
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Well, it's a sad state of affairs.
Yeah. I freaked out when I read the letter that I got yesterday from the Italian doctor. In Italy, nobody over 65 gets a ventilator.
Really?
Whoa, really?
Yeah, that's how
What
bad.
happens?
That's why we're trying to flatten the curve. Because I figure everybody's gonna, like most people will get it, but nobody over 65 gets a ventilator. That threw me for a bit.
No, in China, the 100 years old also recovered.
Yeah,
So 130 years old also recovered.
Yeah.
Italy, Europe didn't shut down soon
This
enough.
time is this virus is not bad, same as the before first virus. This people say this time virus is a third generation. It's not powerful, weak, very weak.
Yeah.
If you drink hot water, it's gone.
No,
If you
That's
eat onion with a
Okay.
onion
no,
salt,
Khenpo.
it's gone.
No.
Okay, don't worry about it. They are very small, tiny matter. They don't. It's not too hard. That difficulty. That is so small.
Well,
Just we make big problem. You know, it's nothing is a problem there. Actually, flus die many people, 100 affected, but they don't put news. That's why people don't scared. So
No.
this in the one
It is-
person affect one state, one person, then they put emergency. Of course, that is I don't know. Okay. Anyway, nothing problem. Locally, or just scared.
well, I would be
This-
interested to know how many
This
people
news
really
makes
died in
problem.
China.
Mm.
I'd like to know how many people really have died in China from this.
No.
We will never know. They'll
No.
never,
No.
or how many were
The more
infected.
accurate numbers are coming out of it, right?
Out of Italy.
Yeah.
So,
Another country that's very infected is Iran, and we'll never know the truth from them either.
No.
no.
Mm.
They
Oh,
seem peculiarly sensitive to it. The Middle Eastern ones. This second one that's hit them quite hard.
Yeah.
MERS and COVID or whatever they're calling this one.
I think we are ready. Yeah,
Yeah. Do you
I
want to
think
start?
everyone is out there ready. I think please
Yeah.
go to the mode. We finish the meeting.
Okay.
No, it's okay. First, okay. Leave like that. Don't move. So
Don't mute?
So-
Okay.
yeah,
Don't-
don't move. Don't
mean-
move.
Quiet by yourself.
For you, take test. I'm going to forget to take test.
Okay.
Ah.
Woo.
Is it an
Everyone
open
read
book
the-
test?
Do you read the whole thing or not?
Yes.
Very
Two
nice.
times.
You read.
Mhm.
2 times.
Please say yes. So
Yes.
Taylor, do you read everything?
I read it.
Okay. Do you memorize?
No. I have a lousy memory.
Martha, do you read or no, Martha? Yes, okay. So then who is the, I cannot see the Marza.
Art.
Okay, so connections to order. Do you read it?
Allah.
Hi, Deb.
Hey, hi guys.
Hi, Debbie.
Hey guys. Hi Artie. Hi Mary. I just saw you. You there. Oh, hi Artie. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good.
I
we
think
have
we don't
others?
take tests, right? Because everyone say read already.
But, you're the boss.
The test is usually make sure you did homework or not.
Mhm.
You do books, then everything is fun.
Mm.
Oh, then there's something mistake. Your phone homework is not don't eat, right?
Oh, the dog eat it.
Oh,
She didn't eat it this time. She ate the toilet paper.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
I ordered a bidet.
Okay, I have one question for David Taylor.
Okay.
Oh, David.
So karma is can you see your eye or no?
Karma is what?
Karma is you can your eye can see or not?
No, you can't see it. It's hidden.
Okay, that's good. So you read, I think. That's a very simple
Yeah, it was
question.
a simple one. I could have figured that one out too.
Uh, okay, so Ati, what is the third or thought? Number third.
The third is to contemplate the truth of karmic cause and effect.
Wow, that's really good answer.
Very good.
So Marilyn, do you read the first one? Which one is the fourth thought? First one.
Precious human birth. I thought of that every day I woke up this week.
Okay, Martha, please, which is the last one?
You're not mute. You're muted.
You muted, yeah, you cannot hear.
Sorry. The last one is to contemplate the defects of samsara.
Mm. Okay, so I think everyone is fine, so I'm not going to ask more than that. Looks everyone,
Okay.
no one has mistakes, always perfectly. Your, how to say, your past, right? You passed.
We
Thank
passed.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, so please everyone go to mood. After teaching, so you can ask questions, so then we can talk discussion a little bit together. So today the topic is Shamatha meditation. Actually, today I have whole day is Shamatha teaching and practice. So maybe mostly you see that, right? Some Marys, Debes, Mathas, we are all here in the teaching. Okay, so now Shamatha is everyone has the book, right? The learning Buddhism book. That's very good. Okay, thanks very much, everyone. So you are our best students here. Okay, so then Shamatha is the method of meditation. So where we develop single point to the concentration, so the mind does not follow our discursive conceptual thoughts, but just relaxes in a state of stillness and ease. Okay, Shamatha practice is a basic meditation. It's actually most important meditation. There are so many different kind of meditations. Then Shamatha is the most important section for this meditation. The reason is without the Shamatha meditation, we cannot go up to the Vipassana meditation. So without the Shamatha, other meditation, all is very hard. So that's the reason the Shamatha is always required practice first level. But not always first, but it's, you know, you can use directly Shamatha to meditate and practice, then go to Vipassana is okay. This morning I shared the meditation before Shamatha, followed by 4 different levels, mindful meditations. So that's also very good to, you know, practice before Shamatha. The meditation has many different kinds of meditation. Everything is benefit, you know, for us. Same is the food, you know, we have so many different kind of food. Each food has different tastes, you know, it's different ways benefit for our body, right? So like that way. Meditation, each has many different, you know, actually meditation has many diverse different kind of meditations benefit for us. Also in the Shamatha has many different aspects meditations. Today I share in the teaching like 7 different aspects is the first section also has. So this that also benefit different ways individually. The reason is because we have a different kind, like every day our body, mind, different situations. Sometimes you have more thoughts, your mind has agitated. Sometimes you have more fogginess, sleepy mind. Sometimes you have a kind of like emotions. Sometimes like sad feelings, unhappy feelings. Sometimes you have joy feelings. All different kind of everyday changing, right? So that's the reason this in the meditation, like example, one Shamatha meditation also share many different kind aspects and different kinds of method. Everything is useful. Different ways benefit us and different ways benefit for other people, you know. So that's the reason this Shamatha teaching has many different aspects to, you know, have to learn and practice. So now here is just basic right now what we're talking about. Shamatha is a method of meditation. So this Shamatha Vipassana is part of the view. So you have to know the Buddhism teaching is followed by two like kind of major 2 lineages or 2 teachings, like kind of a relative truth, absolute truth, or you can say method or wisdom. So so far we teach or is part of a method, is part of relative truth. So today this starting Shamatha is actually part of wisdom, part of a view. So Buddha's teaching is subsumed into the 2 categories, method and wisdom. So someone asks you, do you know Buddha's teaching? You can say, yes, this Buddha's teaching is method and wisdom. So then everything is subsumed in these 2 categories. So very simple, right? Then, so far, see, I already shared a couple weeks, I think already we finished. That's all part of the method. So today, this is part of the wisdom, part of the view, meditate and concentration. So then this meditation throughout our many, I say so the mind does not follow our discursive conceptual thought. So the main thing is meditation is our mind is not going to follow the thought, discursive conceptual thought. So beginningless time until now, our mind is follow the thoughts. That's the reason we are still stuck in samsara. So actually, our beginningless time until now looks like we didn't meditate before. You know, our minds follow the thoughts. So follow the thoughts. The problem is thoughts bring the emotion. Emotion is a cause, result is a suffering. So that's why we talk about already Four Noble Truths. So samsara is a suffering. Then where is the samsara suffering come from? Its origination of suffering is emotion. So where is emotion come from? Is thought. Thoughts bring the emotion. So that's the reason when we meditate this one, shamatha, so the mind does not follow our discursive conceptual thoughts. Means we have to stop our thoughts. Then this stop the thoughts, actually there's so many different kind of thoughts. So when you meditate, you cannot follow the negative thoughts, you cannot follow the positive thoughts. We have to stop the both. Actually, relative truth, part of a method, you can follow the positive thoughts. If you follow the positive thoughts, it's called positive karmic imprints. It's good actually. But in this case, when we meditate, shamatha, so you have to, you cannot follow, or you just get rid of these both thoughts. Positive, negative thoughts, also we cannot follow. So that's why I have to stop this course of conceptual thought. Then you stop the thoughts, what happens then? Just relax. Your body needed to relax, your mind needed to relax. Yeah, when we meditate, we need to relax. So it's called relaxation. And first, when you meditate, your body needs to relax. So that's the reason when share the teaching meditation, the first always transform body, then second is transform mind. So transform bodies, we have to change our bodily activity, body's habits. So we have to create meditation habits. We have to create meditation habits followed by the 7-point posture meditation. So the 7-point posture meditation, we have to cross the leg and knee, hand is put in the knee. So then you align your spine. That is the most important part. So you can sit in the chair. You cannot lay into the chair, so you have to align your spine. And then open your chest. That means like these arms, you cannot join like this. So must be like have to body and arm have space. Like this makes open your heart, open your mind. Then chin is called slightly down. The tongue is touched behind the teeth, softly, gently. And then eye is used, the eye is dependent. Sometimes eye is down the nose. Sometimes eye have to look very far away. Sometimes eye contact is right amongst. So this eye contact is always change. The reason is our individual level. An individual dispositions called the different capacities or dispositions. That means, so always we have different kind of situations. Sometimes you have a lot of thoughts going on. Your minds become called monkey mind, and become your crazy. So lots of distractions. That time your eye need down the nose. Sometimes you have a sleepy mind, fogginess. You know your mind so dullness. So that time your eye needed to look far away. If you don't have these two problems, then your eye contact is right amongst kind of like 4 feet or front of you. So that's the generally, you know, instruction. So you have to know that that's also very important section because it's a relax saying means how to relax your body. Yeah. And then when you have fogginess, sleepy mind, you need to take up your body, a little bit tight up. When you have the distractions, a lot of thoughts going on, so your mind is agitated. So then that time you need to more relax your body. Okay, so other is you need balance. Other time you need balance. If you don't have these two problems, your body need balance. Means not too tight, not too loose. So that is all the bodies. We have to create our body's habituate. Yeah. So that is a transform the body. Then the mind. So when you meditate, so what we have to do here is but just relaxes, means like not only body relax, your mind needs to relax is in a state of sternness and ease. Mind have to sternness and ease. So it's calm and peace. So the reason is this called Shamatha meditation. Shamatha is Tibetan called She. What is She means peace. Ne means calm. So your mind needed to calm and needed to stay peace. So that's the reason state of stillness and ease. Yeah. So we needed to practice shamatha because throughout our many former lives, since beginningless time in samsara, we have developed very strong habits of obscuration and discursive thoughts, which will have kept us from realizing our basic nature. So the why we have to meditate this shamatha practice. So the reason is we are reborn in samsara, not only this life, we are reborn in samsara many lifetimes. So that's the reason here, many former life since beginningless time in samsara. So what we have to do, we have developed very strong habits of obscuration and discursive thoughts. So that's which have kept us from realizing our basic nature. So that's the reason we don't recognize our nature mind. Actually, our Buddha nature, our natural mind is always been with us. We didn't recognize. The reason is so many lifetimes. So our mind is followed by, discursive thoughts, and they create a lot strong, obscurations. That's the reason we didn't recognize our natural mind. So now we meditated this shamatha, and we have to, the purify these obscurations. So when you meditate shamatha, then you can recognize your natural mind. So without shamatha meditation, not possible to recognize our natural mind. So something teaching like talk about Mahamudra, directly teaching Mahamudra without meditation shamatha is you really cannot stay into the Mahamudra because you still have thoughts, emotions, so your mind is not enough stable. So this shamatha meditation bring your mind is stable. Practice bring your mind stable. And then also you practice more in the shamatha, so your mind become more relaxed. And not easy to do this practice. The reason is we have so strong habituate already many lifetimes. Mind is to follow the thoughts. We have to stop that. The stop that is not easy because we already have so strong karmic imprints, so strong obscurations. Our mind is easily follow the thoughts. The reason is already used to that. So mind follow the thoughts, then mind easily bring the emotions. The emotion is result is a suffering. So we have to stop the suffering. That's the reason we have to meditate. Meditation practice can stop the thoughts, emotions that naturally release suffering. Yeah, so that's the reason when we meditate this shamatha, we need patience and effort. So without patience, without effort, it's not possible to, this benefit right away come. It takes time. This shamatha practice meditation benefit is kind of like more permanent benefit. So something, we use like some other like kind of a object is benefit temporarily, is temporary benefit is like also affected your mind and body too. Kind of you cannot sleep, then you take the pill of sleep, sleeping pill, then of course help for sleep, but then that's affected your body too, right? So then if you meditate the shamatha practice, help for your go to sleep, but then that not affect your body and your mind, that really benefit your body and mind. So happening like that kind, we need to put effort and practice. So medicine effect is very fast. Meditation effect is take time because it's recovering. So many years, many lifetimes problems, causes of suffering is like recovering. So take time, that's why. And that's the reason this meditation, we need patience and effort. So the one reason I already shared with you that because we have so strong habituate, samsaric habituate, change that, transform that is not easy. If you have something, like you have a habituate, you drink coffee every day, it's give up that also very hard, right? Because you're habituate already. See, that's habituate is maybe 1 year, maybe couple years, not more than like 30, 40 years. So something, our minds follow the thoughts, emotions. The habit is unbeginningless time, means many, many lifetimes, not easy to transform that, not easy to change that. So that's the reason we need patience and effort. So then when we develop shamatha, so we develop inner peace and happiness. So that's very important. The section you have to know the benefits. Actually, you know the meditation's benefits, then you want to meditate. If you don't know the meditation's benefits, then you don't have courage to do, or you lose your effort. So sometimes, when you meditate you are in the meditation state, can be your mind is a little bit sad, unhappy feelings can be arise like that. The reason is because due to the called the obscurations. So then that time you have to cultivate this meditation's benefit, samadhi benefit. You have to cultivate that. So here I share with you first the benefits, then that's give you courage to do meditate, give you more effort. So the result you have to share first, then causes comes after, you know. See, we already talked about Four Noble Truths. First is talk about the result, then like the samsara's results, suffering. We don't want that. Then how to get rid of it? We look into the origination of suffering. So we talk about the cessation. Oh, I wanted that. Then how to get that? Then talk about the path. Is people easy to go that way, right? So same thing like that. It's kind of like that way. Here is so we have to know this shamatha's benefit. We develop shamatha, we develop inner peace and happiness. So when you meditate shamatha, comes your inner peace and happiness. This you meditate, you can get your own experience. If you don't meditate, then you cannot get. If you listen and teaching only know enough this section, you know. So you have to practice often and often shamatha. Then you can feel, you can have own experience. Because you know, usually we are not happy. We have kind of lots of going on things, suffering. The reason is our minds follow the thoughts bring the emotion bring the suffering. I already shared many times. So you meditate, you can stop the thought. So you can relax your mind. Then minds become more present and release thoughts. So your minds release thoughts, become present. Then you can feel minds relax and peace. So you can feel this joy is there. So usually we don't recognize that. The reason is because our minds all the time follow the thought. Minds follow the thought is 24 hours. Mind is never resting. All the time follow the thought. Even you go to sleep, so body is in your bed, but mind is not there. But in sleep, your mind is taken into the dreaming, you know, going everywhere. Yeah. So mind is not resting. So whole night is until wake up, your mind is to follow the dreaming. It's thought, follow the thought. Then when you wake up, so you're already thinking about what I'm going to do today. So then you already thinking about, oh, what problems in this world today. So then you think that way is naturally you are already worried. So then you whole day actually you don't have a peace, you don't have happiness. Even you don't have externally, you know, something affected your happiness, but just your minds follow the thought, then naturally you lose happiness. So that's the reason, see, we practice shamatha, we develop inner peace and happiness. The mind becomes happy and relaxed. So the practice of shamatha will benefit us in this life. Shamatha practice benefit in this life. So shamatha practice is bring the inner peace and happiness. So you have to know that what that means. Like other object is bring peace, is like happiness is external level, is temporary. So you do something worldly activities, whatever you get happiness is temporary because it's the follow the kind of what is it the dependent object. Your happiness is dependent with the object. The object is a change, you lose your happiness. Same is the weather. You know, sometimes we see, oh, so great weather, we are happy, and right away weather is changed, you lose your happiness, right? Like that, same thing. And then the families, job situations, you know, all the outer circumstances, many things, all is your happiness is rely on the object. It's all is temporary. Everything is change very fast. So that's the reason in this world, no one has permanent happiness. Why no one has permanent happiness? Because everyone looking happiness external object. external object bring happiness is temporary. So whole world, whole these sentient beings actually looking happiness. The reason is everyone want happiness, no one want suffering, but we create causes of suffering. Yeah, so that's we can see. And human beings, most intelligent beings in the world, but who has really permanent happiness? Who found happiness? So think about it, in the US, this is like right now it's like kind of 45% means like already 45 change already. So during that time, 300 years or something, during that time, who really found permanent happiness? So you cannot find anyone, right? See all the way like George Washington to up to until right now is no one get permanent happiness. So no one free from death, no one free from suffering, no one free from sickness, right? See, this all is the whole world looking for happiness as an external object. So same thing like that, all the other countries too. So we have lots of Canadians here, all Canada, United States, everywhere. See, they all the whole world. Just that is I just shared is the U.S.'s example. Whole world, where is the happiness? Who found the happiness? No one, because everyone looking happiness is the wrong direction. So no, we have to look happiness is in our mind. So the how to look happiness in our mind is we have to practice shamatha. Shamatha develop inner peace and happiness. So they bring the inner peace and happiness. Inner peace and happiness is not rely on the object. So then that happiness is wherever you go, your happiness is with you all the time. You never lost. So that's the reason the mind become happy and relaxed. So the practice shamatha will benefit us in this life. See, shamatha benefit in this life. This practice shamatha, so we have to log happiness is inner happiness. Of course, you have to log happiness outer object too, but we have to focus more inner one. And right now, like in this worldly people, looking happiness is almost 100% happiness is looking external object. That's why no one found happiness, permanent happiness. So practitioners, of course, we have to 50-50, at least, followed by 50-50 meditators. Means like you have to, of course, rely on the external object happiness, but then practice inner happiness, external, internal happiness, focus, practice dharma, meditate. So we cannot falling to extremes. Sometimes like meditators think, okay, this object, everything is not important. Then they give up everything. So then you do that, you cannot get inner peace happiness and you lose outer happiness too, then. So you following the two extremes. That's also incorrect. That's the reason we need to create both ways, and inner happiness or external happiness, both. So then this shamatha meditation not only benefit us in this life, they benefit future life. This who look into happiness, inner happiness, who practice shamatha, the happiness is, I already shared with you, more permanent. The reason is not only this life. This happiness is follow the future life. The reason is your practice, shamatha meditation, is qualities on your mind. You practice your mind, not the external object, not your body. So when we die, our body is gone, but our minds never die. So so you know when we read the 37 practice, our body is the same as the guest house, our mind is the same as the guest. So when we die, our minds leave from this body. So the mind follow the future life. So your practice shamatha benefit follow the future life. Okay, so that's the reason it's more permanent means. There's benefit future lives. So then shamatha meditators benefit for other people to other beings. The reason is the meditator practitioners, where they be, and also they give the energy for others, give more peace and relax, happy. So the example is to see the Milarepa's story. You know, we know the one when Milarepa was in the mountain, he meditated one early morning. So hunter, they're going to kill the deer. He used the dog. So dog chasing the deer, and the deer is extremely scared and nervous. When deer saw the Milarepa, the deer right away sit down to the Milarepa's maybe I think right side, and naturally deer is released the fears. So then when dog arrived, dog has strong anger. So when he see the Milarepa, he naturally release his anger, sit down the left side. So this, you know, the example is like, say, the practitioner, meditator has energy, also benefit for others. So you know the someone meditator, practitioners, you see with them, be with them, your mind also become calm and peace. You also wanted to meditate. So you wanted to practice. And then the other hand, say someone has mental problems, you want to be with that, is your mind also become nervous, not peaceful with them, you know. So that's the example. Then this practitioner, meditators, has a lot patience, effort. So the practitioner, meditator also has this auto level circumstances like kind of obstacles and problems too. So regular people have small problems, they create bigger problem. Bigger problem is create crazy, and then they die, maybe suicide, right? Meditators, the small problems, bigger problems, all there is transformed, take to the path. So that's the example is in Gachi Rinpoche, when he was in the prison, and during that time, with him is many meditators. They practice, meditate. This all whatever the problems, obstacles, suffering in the prison, they all transform to the path. See, that is the benefit of meditation. So sometimes people think meditators know any obstacles, external obstacles. Meditator that people think don't have any problems. Of course, this has these problems, obstacles, but they take to that is in the path. Become that is support for their practice. They help these obstacle problems, help them increasing their practice. Become the develop practice, you know, they get more qualities. So then regular people get some obstacles, then they give up dharma or blind, right, for other people problems. So They don't recognize what they're going on. So that's kind of, always happening, right? And then really you are truly practitioner or not is usually we don't recognize. So right now I see you, for everyone here, is more peace, calm, and relaxed because you are all at your home, and you have always good temperature. Where you are hot place, you have air conditions. If you are cold place, you have heaters, and whatever you need, you have that. So then you can drink tea, you can drink coffee, whatever you want there, right? So looks like everyone is a practitioner, but we really don't know who's practitioner just right now, like this kind of situation. The practitioner only recognize when they has problems, when they have difficulties, when they have obstacles. Then you can really see who's practitioner, who's not. Okay, so that time is then we recognize who's meditator, who's not meditator. So next week, your homework is meditation. If I ask you questions, do you meditate? You say yes, yes. So I don't know, I just have to believe you, right? So you really meditate or not is when one day we have a big obstacle comes. So we have to dealing with that situation. Then we can see you really meditate or not. Otherwise, we don't know. So your meditation also effective or not effective, we don't know. Sometimes people meditate, but wasting time, So the problem is sometimes the people read the books and they don't have instructions, and then they don't follow the basic teachings. They don't create this preliminary practice, create accumulation merit. Then, sometimes meditate this, but it's like lots of wasting time means the meditation practice never effective for them. Not effective means like not transforming your mind. So that's kind of happening. Many people. Sometimes I know the people sit and meditate all the time. So then say that, but then that person is always same. Sometimes they have more pride. So less devotion. Then become less trust for Dharma and Buddha. So that means your meditations are not going into the right direction. The practices become wasting time. So that is a bigger wasting time. And then small is like sometimes you meditate, so you have the thought comes, you don't recognize thoughts, you just follow the thoughts. If you meditate like 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes is all you follow the thoughts. Only you meditate 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes is more strong, or 15 minutes is more strong. Of course, 15 minutes is more strong, right? So you follow the thoughts and the emotions. Then you think, oh, I meditated 20 minutes. Meditation didn't benefit me. Actually benefit you, but you didn't did it correctly. Because you didn't into the meditate, you follow the thoughts, cultivate thoughts and the emotions. So that's the reason when you meditate, so you have to know like yourself situation. So you wanted to make shorter time or longer time. If you have a lot of thoughts going on, your mind is agitated, so better short sections, go many short sections. So that helps you, the not the wasting time. If you're going to like meditate 1 hour, just break down 10 minutes. So then the less wasting time. So maybe your mind is more refreshed again and refresh again. Also helps you, but you are really good meditator into the meditation, they don't need to break down short terms. So that's also become not really great too. So this is all dependent individual situations. So when you finish your meditation, don't stop there when you have thoughts, when you have emotions, your mind is not really peace, not joy. That time, don't leave your meditation kitchen. Try to put more effort. When you get more peace, more relaxed, then do the pause meditation. So otherwise, you create always the pause meditation is a wrong time, then you lose your, kind of a, how to say, the courage or to meditate, or you lose your effort. The reason is you meditate, your feeling is not peaceful, not happy, you stop that, then you, after that, you don't want to go, really, okay, I wanted to go back, but even I go back to meditate, my mind is not peace. So you have carried that, you feeling that carry, then that affected your practice become. So that creates karmic imprints strong and strong, habituate strong and strong, then you're going to give up meditation. So that's the reason when your mind is not ready, kind of more thoughts, emotions arise in your mind, don't stop. Put effort and enter, relax, peace. So you feel yourself is happy, then you can pause meditation. So then you take that habit with you, you wanted to meditate again, you wanted to practice again. Okay, so that is kind of like you have to know when you meditate. So usually meditators always pause meditation is the wrong spot. If you does that again and again, then you lose effort. You don't want to go back to meditate. Yes, so then that's kind of you have to know. Then shamatha is not something we can get all of a sudden. So I already actually taught this introduction part of meditation. So no, we don't have much time. I'm going to share with you short, just practice meditation, how to practice shamatha. So you know the benefits. So now you know how to postures. So right now how to do this dealing with a different method. So that's already good. So then when you meditate the shamatha, this shamatha is follow three different levels, shamatha meditation. The first one is called focal object. Actually, visual object. It's when you meditate, you need something object for focus. So you can use cursor or something like that, or just put something in front of you, like kind of a tiny small one, no moving. Move is no good, so that's the reason no moving. And then your mind resting with that object. Only mind resting. When your mind resting with that object, of course thoughts comes. So you have to recognize you have a thought. Just stop the thoughts, go back to focus with the object. So that object is your support. Why is it called the support? We are not independent. Our meditation is still baby, very young, beginner. So without the support, then you easily follow the thoughts. practice easy. So that's the reason, you know, you have to use the support object. This object really help you to your practice, shamatha. And you put something object in front of you, something small, tiny, they're not white color. White color is not good for your eye. So eye gets to in that object. So when your eye gets the object, I need to relax. Very softly, gently get the object, mind resting with that object. If you have something specific, your spike meditation, so then you put the object is always there. When you sit down there, you can see the object, you naturally mind is focused with that object. So some meditators recommend you have to sit always same spot and use same object. So that is actually used to, people can do that. This time, you know, like our environment, it's hard to do that. So you have to know when you sit down any place, you have to pick up some object, just mind resting with that object, mind resting, relax, focus. Then object don't analyze. It's just mind resting with that object, then really stay. And when thoughts comes, recognize, then go back to the focus object. So thoughts arise. When thoughts comes, don't think about, oh, I cannot meditate, thought is coming. Of course, thought is coming because we are alive. You know, long as you are alive, thought is always comes. So when you recognize thoughts, right away go back to focus the object. Don't think about the thoughts, oh, I have thoughts, what I'm going to do with this thought. So you're not ready to play with the thoughts. That's the reason, go back to focus with the object, meditate. Mind resting with the object. So much ever you can stay, mind peacefully, relax, and focus, and be, you know, ease like in the focus with the object. So you stay longer and longer, then your mind is used to that, become, you can focus very easy. Then you, even you know, same spot, you go everywhere, so your mind is used to, you can pick up some object easily. So just mind resting with that object. Even you are in the restaurant, just sit in the restaurant, you see something in front, you just pick up that object. Just 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes there, so you can focus with the object. That kind of way we have to practice. So this time it's very hard to always sit one spot to meditate. You see, Dharma Center, we always not open, not always available. Each only one way, you know, like that, or 1 week, 2 days. See, that day also you don't know you really can come into the Dharma Center. Then many people don't have an opportunity like that where to go in Dharma Center. So the main point is when you find something, any place, like just focus with that object, rest in mind, be with that. So recognize thought. Okay, so that's the first one. Then second one, so use your focus with breath. So this is also support meditation, internal support. So mind is resting with your breath. You can close eye, you can open your eye. Either way is okay. I think it's depending individual, so you cannot say close eye, you cannot say open the eye. It's always followed by depending individual. Also depending every day our situation different. So for my case, I like opening the eye. Sometimes I have so much thought going on, I want to close eye, it's better. But then mind is become more little bit relaxed. Open eye is better. Open eye is mind is relaxed, you know. Then open eye is can release the fogginess, can release this the sleepy and the dullness. So then sometimes this you see this or the front or you whatever you have that Thanga statues. So you see that all this object is become present there. So that's also bring you awareness present. Yeah. So then focus with breath, focus with the object. The main point is so we have to be present. Our mind must be present. Cannot follow the past, cannot follow the future. So if your mind follow the past, then you follow the thoughts, cultivating, bring the emotions. You follow the future, so your mind follow the thoughts already going to bring the emotions. So that's the reason you have to recognize. If your mind follow the past, you have to recognize, right away go back to focus with the object, external object, or focus with the breath. If you recognize your mind follow the future, so right away recognize, bring your mind back, focus with object, mind resting with object. You know, object is like external object focus, or your internal object for your breath. So then breath, actually exhale, mind resting with that. You don't have to count, but inhale, exhale is kind of like gross level inhale, exhale. So that is actually is mindful meditation. But this shamatha, you need to count more subtle level. Subtle level shamatha meditation. So you really externally not effortly breathing. So looks like not breathing, but your mind recognize your subtle breathing in here. So mind be with that, and then your mind stay with the breath. So your mind is come into the present. The reason is you cannot breathe past, you cannot breathe future. So you breathe always in the present. And then that is a very good support for meditation. Breath is like wherever you go, you always breath, right? You always has meditation support. So you always you always keep meditate. All the time you keep meditate. You have to breathe 24 hours. So you have object support always be with you. Meditation object support with you. If you can use, if you know how to use, or if you use, yeah. So usually our problem is that we don't know how to use. We always breathe, but our breath is useless because we don't. Our breath is useful, you know. The reason is we don't have mind for, we don't have enough awareness, we don't have enough habitual meditation. So that's the reason our breath is become all useless. Meditators' breath is become all useful, not useless. They always, every breath is for support for meditation. Yeah. So then even you walk, so see meditators, even each footstep also used for the support of the meditation. So each footstep is benefit for your meditation. And meditators when eat, each food eating also useful because it's the object of meditating. Eating object, so food is become object of meditation. It's support for your meditation, right? So that's kind. We have all these opportunities, but we don't know how to use this opportunity, take to the path and meditate. So if you know this everything, opportunities, what we have, you do that, become your life is transformed. whole our life is become transformed, change. So when you meditate, you have peace, you have happy and relax. So that kind of opportunity we always have. We always have that opportunity. We always have that support, but we don't use that support. Yeah, so that's two things we have to follow. Focus with external object, internal object, focus with breath. So then the last one is called Shamatha. We don't use any particular object. So no, we don't use particular object means no focus with external object, no focus with breath. So that last section, Shamatha, the third one, third one is kind of more independent. So if you practice the first two, then the third one, your mind is become more relaxed, peace. Even without any support, your mind is stable. Be aware. So we can be present. Can be relaxed. You know, then your mind is more stable, no shaking. So without the first two practice, the last section, Shamatha, is not possible. Last section, Shamatha, not possible. So we have to at least practice first two. You practice first two, then last one is no need to share much teaching. If talk and share the teachings, without the first two practice, very hard to understand the last section, Shamatha practice. The Shamatha last one is just mind calm and peace, relax, present, be there, but no same is Vipassana, but almost get into there. So that's three different levels Shamatha have practiced. So now we finish teaching there. Three different levels Shamatha you have to follow. So I think we cover just kind of just everything. I already talked about body's postures. Then I talked about meditation's benefit. And I already shared with you the, the meditation, like that time during the meditation, what you have to do, apply the different method. So now in the meditation, follow the three different levels. So I think that's already enough, right? Everything there. So actually, we've time also finished. I can finish there my teaching. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask question. We can discussion here. Thank you, everyone. So this time, no handshakes. This all the world leaders are doing all the time like this. So that has become very good mind for everyone. This posture is very good posture. Respect each other. Handshake is like say we are equal, the same. I am same as you. You are same as me. Like kind of like little bit ego to each other. This is more respect for each other.
It's better than a bow and a curtsy.
What is that?
It's better than a bow and a curtsy. A bow and
Oh,
yeah.
bow. Anyone want a tea? Is come to my home here. I have a very special tea here.
Thank you.
If you like, welcome here, okay? I'll offer you,
Yeah, but then I can't come home.
I'll offer you tea, Marilyn. You stay
Okay.
home.
Thank you. Now I'm playing with my granddaughter.
Very special teacups too.
Yes, from Victoria, right?
It's come from Victoria, Canada.
Yeah,
Mhm.
have to go there again sometime.
My birthday present, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have a question. See, if you have a question, please discussion. Don't watch. I'm drinking the tea. You don't watch it. I'm drinking the tea, right?
I have a question, Khenpo. Do sometimes when you talked about the shamatha and the different focal meditation, does that naturally lead into the last meditation that you were discussing then as you're practicing sometimes, or do you have to make effort for just that particular meditation?
You mean which? What do you say? Can you say again?
Yeah, so the first, the first three, the following the breath, the focal point, meditation without a focal point, meditation with a focal point. You said those are the foundation for the last meditation. It's not quite Vipassana, but almost there. As you're practicing shamatha with the first three, does it sometimes naturally lead into that last meditation? In other words, so you just fall into that meditation. And how would you recognize that? Or do you have to make effort to be just doing that meditation?
That's a very, very deep question.
Ah,
So we have to
I
ask
didn't think that.
the practitioner really realize who already has practiced shamatha.
Ah, okay.
So anyway, I think good way is like in the one section you can follow these three. So you can focus with external object and then go into the focus with the breath, then just into like no using anything object. So you have to practice this each section, three of them. I think it's a good way to do that. So actually, some people very easy to focus with the breath. Some people very easy focus with external object. So some people say, "Oh, I doesn't like focus with the breath." Some people say, "Oh, I doesn't like focus with external object." So they follow the two extreme ways. Actually, you have to create both. So the reason is, you know both equally. So then you have more opportunity. Many different circumstances, you have more opportunity practice meditation. You can pick up either one, which is right condition comes. So that's the reason we have to focus with both. And then, of course, the last section also, when you finish meditation time, and also go into like, no using any object, be present. So focus that. And so then next day you go back to again focus with external object, then go to again focus with the breath. And not just don't think about it like, okay, I finish a high school, I don't have to go back to high school. Like that, okay? So each section we have to focus this practice all the time. So then you meditate more and practice more, so you can feel and benefits its own experience. So that is the best effort comes from, inner effort. Then you recognize you really wanted to practice meditate. If you know practice, actually talk, teachings, you hear all the time, but then one day you lose effort because you think, oh yeah, I know these things. So you not only intellectual, but you don't really put effort to practice. Then only you hear again intellectual, you don't really put effort. Then one day you don't want to hear too.
Mhm.
So you say, oh, I heard these things, I heard these things. So that means you have to put effort. And then you hear again, they make sense more. If you practice, then these teachings make sense more. Okay, so know anything?
Yes, I have a question. So you say it's better to do more frequent short sessions,
Yes.
meditation. But if you're doing that, you still persist if you feel getting a lot of discursive thoughts. Like you don't quit when your mind won't shut up. So give it a little bit more effort because it says to end on a positive note.
So you mean you do the short sections,
Mhm.
you mean more effort?
So if I'm doing short sessions,
Hmm.
I don't quit. If I start thinking, I wait until I'm sort of empty, if that's possible.
Could be you can stop the thoughts if you take the short sections.
Okay.
So I mean see, the short section you cannot leave your cushion. Otherwise, very hard to go back to again.
Mm-hmm.
So sit in the kitchen, then maybe you just inhale, exhale, just relax and look around, and then go back. It's become just that what thoughts distracting you, that's go away, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, then just go back to again meditate.
Oh, okay. I understand now. I thought you meant just get up and leave the cushion, but no, stay on
No,
the cushion, but just,
then otherwise are very hard to go back to again.
yeah.
So sit same spot, stay in the kitchen, and then just put in the water or tea something, and then drink that. And then it's put in the flower in front of you. Smell that. And go back to meditate. Okay.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Or like something is a strong one, is put a nose and like so strong, right?
Right.
So that kind of, put something or drink coffee. So go back to meditate.
Okay. That makes sense.
But then don't do all the time like that. Otherwise, that's also not really great too.
Right.
So you can increasing time, If your mind is stable, your mind not really follow the thoughts not disturbing you, then you don't have to stop many sections.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah,
Question?
yes.
So I've been meditating for a while, and I have a couple approaches of getting my mind clear.
Uh,
One way is I'll sit there, I notice that there's a thought in my mind, and I say, okay, let go of that thought. And then my mind is clear again. It's almost like not aggressive, but I purposely stop thinking. That's one way I do it. Another way I've done it, and I typically do this when I'm just waking up in the morning, is I'll just lay there and let my mind do just whatever it wants to do, but not engage with it. So my mind will flow, stuff comes out, and then it disappears. Which, is there a better way, in your opinion, for doing that?
So actually, I think it's the either ways work for you. So that's you have to own experience is most important. Which is work for you. So you have to follow that. And yeah, it's so main point important is you have to recognize you have a thought. Sometimes people don't recognize you have a thought. So you recognize your thoughts, then just focus with the object, focus with the breath, naturally go away the thoughts. You don't have to put any other effort.
Yeah. Okay. So the focus would be the
Yeah.
let it go. Okay. Right.
Yeah. So you say, okay, my thoughts is go away. You fighting with the thoughts is like kind of harder, you know. So that means like kind of more tight, just usually people. And then be with the breath, be with the focus with the object. The thoughts is no choice.
Right. Yeah. The
Thoughts
focus. Yeah.
just go away.
Letting go kind of is the same kind of thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thoughts are wrong to stay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so now anyone has questions?
No questions, Khenpo.
I'm really relaxed. You have more questions, welcome, please. I'm not rushing anything. So where are you, Ati?
Oh, here in Duachen.
Oh, Devachin.
Yes, it's very nice here.
Uh,
We don't have any problems, only solutions.
I see. That's great.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's nice to see you, Khenpo.
Nice to see.
And I love it when you relax and you drink some tea.
Yes.
You had wonderful teachings all day today. I got to see it.
Thank you.
So I enjoyed that very much.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
You're welcome. So then, anyone has questions or no? So no questions. Is we finish, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to chant the prayers. So you close eye. We're going to chant prayer for Amitabha, Buddha Amitabha Purling prayer. Ema Hong Om Zara Sanje Nawan Daye Daye Se Jo Du Je Jen Bo Dang Yong De Se Ban De Jen Do Nam Sanje San Se Pa Mien Kor Ji De Jen Om Zara Ba De Ne Ba Ye De Wa Jin Ji Sabe Jen Gan De Da Yin De Ne Zen Bu Jur Ma Da Che Wa Yin Je Bar Ma Ju Bar Tere Je Ne Nan De Yar No Yo De Ge Da Ge Mo Lan Da Ba De Do Je San Je San Zen Dang Je Je He Men De Bar Zin Je La Ya da ben zan de ya awa bo de na ye san jo zen jo ren bu che ma je ba na je jo je Je wa nyam ba me ba yang gong ne gong de be wa yu. Thank you, everyone. See you next week.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you, Khenpo.
You're welcome. Thanks, everyone. Good evening.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Bye.
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 Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Dave and Marilyn. Bye, RT.
Bye,
Bye,
love.
Mary.
Okay, I'll end the meeting now. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Marilyn.
Bye, Marilyn. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
and meaning for all.